So here we have my 1977 Evinrude 15 horsepower 2-stroke, and this thing sat for about 2 years and never ran. So anyways, long story short, I decided to get it going again. So I dumped all the old gas out of the fuel tank and checked that. Fairly new primer bulb and hose on it, so I figured that'd be okay. I drained all that. Got new gas to it, fired it up in the garage just for a quick second. It ran, started second pull. I was real surprised. Anyways, I took it out to the lake, idled for, fired right up, idled her for, 5 minutes or so, and then took it out on the lake. Once I opened it up, I got about 3 minutes out and lost power and it died. And the water pump had failed and it overheated. I had a little bit of smoke coming out of the cowling here. Nothing crazy, but it definitely got hot. So I have been chasing this thing ever since, trying to get it going again. And, you know, it's been a hell of a battle. But basically, I checked the spark. I had a couple, I'll open this up here. I had a couple wires coming from the coil pack that got damaged from the overheat. So you can see where I got this butt connector. This wire here was sitting right up against this head, and that got melted through. That's just a spot in the heat wrap, shrink wrap that got burnt. But anyways, the wire's good. I fixed the connection. This got hot, but it's okay. Anyways, long story short, new plugs. I had spark just for funsies. Pulled the flywheel. Checked the key and the stator. All that looked real good, and it still wouldn't start. And like I said, it's fired right up before the overheat. So I kind of got worried that I had some cylinder damage or stuck a ring or something. So popped the plugs. Got a compression tester in both of those. Had a solid 90 psi at both plugs. So that was good. I checked the fuel pump. Pulled the carb hose, the fuel hose that goes from the carburetor to the fuel pump, and pulled this thing over. And I had pump, I had fuel, so I knew that wasn't it. I did have a pinhole in this, and from that sitting up against that motor, that got hot and burned that fuel line, and it was old. So I recently, just this morning, replaced that. And so yeah, I pulled the cover off the breather, got just a real little squirt of starter fluid down into the carburetor, and gave her a pull, and it actually fired. So I got the muffs on it, and she runs pretty good. Let's see if she'll start. So first pull, always a good thing. So not idling the best. I probably need to do this carburetor. My controls are actually up here in the front of the boat, but yeah, she runs again. She's alive. One thing to note, if this ever happens, this head gasket, I don't think, is blown, but every single one of these head bolts that are in here, and I think there's maybe 6 or 8 of them, those were all loose, as well as the cover for the thermostat there. That was also loose. So I did have, when I first started it, just a real small droplet of water come out of there, and I snugged all these down. I'm not sure what the factory torque spec is on it. I'd have to look that up, but I just made sure they were snug. And now you can see, nice and dry, no water coming out of anywhere. So yeah, hopefully this helps somebody. Sure helped me learning about this thing. Oh, also, obviously, with it overheating, I did replace the entire water pump. That water pump was toast. The impeller was just a round piece of rubber. there was nothing left to it. So yeah, 15 horse Evinrude, back up and running, ready to hit the water. Thanks for watching.